but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On silver screen, he melts my foolish heart every single scene. Although I'm quite aware that here and there,
Yeah, you and me. Fine by me.
About the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her first stare. Will it ever fly, this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because
Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. NCR officials at Camp McCarran were relieved when technical difficulties with its monorail line to the New Vegas Strip proved easy to fix. One anonymous official told us a serious mechanical failure would have been a disaster because of the age of the train and the scarcity of the replacement parts. Also in the headlines, Prem formally sworn a new sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
People of Prim, the NCR wishes to inform you that you are under their jurisdiction now. And from now on, you're gonna be living by our rules.
Mojave, Mo problems. Am I right? Here's Bing Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here. You're all so great, and we're gonna keep you listening all day. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Witnesses reporting huge object or creature surfacing in Lake Mead. So far, photos of the so-called Lake Mead monster are grainy and underexposed. In addition, a big congratulations to a young band of soldiers who shattered NCR records on a combat readiness evaluation at Camp Golf. Go get 'em, guys. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush of a warm laser in your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Sleep, go to sleep. Just lay down your weary head. Dream, sweetly dream. Dream about tomorrow instead. Sleep, go to sleep. Whispering a lullaby tune. Dream, sweetly dream. Swinging with the man in the moon. Why don't you go and take it slow? you know all your lovely dreams will come true. So just close your eyes, listen to a sweet lullaby. Sleep softly, sleep, and let the world go by.
Heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but
Fine by
never
me.
meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number three was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful heart I waited for you, knocked on the door. I waited but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
To the town of our Priya rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. We've got some news for you coming right up. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. Also, NCR Rangers are being pulled off the front line as part of a campaign to secure existing NCR territory, according to anonymous sources. Those were our top stories. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for. And then there suddenly appeared before me the only one my arms will hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
You had plenty money, 1922. You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. You're sitting down wondering what it's all about. You ain't got no money, they will put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. If you had prepared 20 years ago, you wouldn't be wandering out from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. I fell for your driving and I took you in. Now all you got to offer
Welcome,
is
sir,
a
or
drink of gin. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Like some other men do.
Hey, you came back. Welcome back. Can I... Sure thing. Have a look.
Background?
Fine by me. I'd really like my beret back, please. Fine by me. Fine by me.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your
Background?
Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. One more story for you. Tensions are brewing at Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass, quote, return to sender. That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas saying, I'm just no good without you. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, of love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me.
You looking to buy some supply?
I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got
Another satisfied.
and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful heart I waited for you to knock on the door. I waited but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by
How are you holding up?
a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
I've still got guns and I've still got guns and
We met, I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. This is a dream. Let me keep on dreaming. Until the moment we met, I had no one to cling to be just everything to be my own true love. If this is a dream, let me keep on dreaming. Where have you been all my life? To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to
Check your fire!
to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a
Check your fire!
big iron on his head. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much
When I
to
got this
say.
assignment,
No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
We won't go quiet.
It was
Legion can
early
count on
in
that.
the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around.
Yeah?
He's an
We were sent out here to hold back the as you can probably tell.
And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started
We won't go
talking, made
quiet.
it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town. He came
What can I
here
do for you?
taking outlaw back alive, or
We're the
maybe
finest sniper outfit in the whole ins. Some of my team aren't without
without
their share of scars, though.
After Texas Red.
Corporal Sterling was an NCR Ranger until he was captured by the League. He wasn't able to be a Ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to First Re...
But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead.
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades.
20 men had tried to
Betsy
take him,
shrugged
20
it off
men
like it was
made a
nothing,
slip.
but her behavior keeps
21
getting
would be
worse.
the Ranger
It's
with
inappropriate
the
for
big
anyone
iron
at First Recon to behave that way.
on his hip.
I'd appreciate it.
The morning
As her
passed
CO,
away,
I
it was
could order her to
time
get
for
help.
me. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play.
Check your fire. Check your fire.
Of the ranger is still talking about
Watch
today.
out!
Texas
Check your fire. No.
Big iron on his hip. Big iron on. There was 40 feet
Hey, girl.
between them when
You
they
need
stopped
something from
to
me?
make their play.
The lieutenant's been talking to you, hasn't he? You don't see the others crying about every... Just another injury to take care of, huh? Well, there's a Dr. Usanagi who's supposed to be good.
It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Shit, I didn't even get a shot at that.
Big iron,
The
big
LT,
iron. When he tried to
it was
match the ranger with
my
the
fault.
big iron
See,
on
I was...
his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Shit, you sound like the LT. I should have woke... That shit was my fault. She's my goddamn... Nobody wanted to work with me. They said I was... She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that...
Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some news. NCR officials at Camp McCarran were relieved when technical difficulties with its monorail line to the New Vegas Strip proved easy to fix. One anonymous official told us a serious mechanical failure would have been a disaster because of the age of the train and the scarcity
What can I do for you?
of the replacement parts.
I wish someone with your medical training had come along sooner.
Traders from
I was afraid that Betsy wouldn't go for long-term treatment because she didn't want to... Do me a favor and let Usanagi know Corporal Betsy is coming.
At I-15. Stay classy, newbies. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
You're back. The mental trauma can be just as debilitating as physical injuries.
Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town.
Hey.
He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men tried before a day. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death.
I hear you took care of Motor Runner.
There was 40 feet.
I hear you took care of Motor Runner. I could have handled that on my own.
And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made
Something
one
I can do
fatal
for you?
slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. Round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger
What is it?
with the big iron on his hip.
Nice to meet you. I'm Curtis. Officially, I'm in charge of Bravo Company. But since General Oliver has Bravo and most of our forces here garrisoned, so I work with Colonel Shu on logistics, patrols. Lately, it's been less about that, and more about figuring out how that information... It's a big base with a lot of unhappy soldiers. They get stir-crazy.
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live, something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
I wish I had a first recon guy looking after me.
Irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine. Don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now.
So on
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now.
Boy, is she pissed.
What the fates have in store.
You got something to say, or do you always look like that?
Vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR, we captured an honest-to-God centurion. Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion, from Caesar on down, will they're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives him... Well, I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds like a man who's willing... Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose... Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I like the way you think. Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some but here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. I think if you rough him up enough and really put some so let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. That's the spirit. Long time no see, Celus.
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
Oh, pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Celus, if you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. It's just about time to get you some news. The Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. Also, Prim formally sworn in as sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address
You're
the
supposed
crowd.
to rough him up a little.
People
not
of
kill
Prim,
him.
the
Why
NCR
don't you
wishes
step
to
outside
inform
a
you
minute?
that you are
Let
under
off
their
some steam.
jurisdiction now.
Nice
Get
job.
away
From now on, you're gonna be living by our rules.
These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Sleep, go to sleep. Just lay down your weary head. Dream sweetly.
You weren't supposed to kill him. God damn it. Not only did we not get...
Sleep, go
What an ugly little worm you are.
It's just about time to get you some news. The Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners
You must have some reason to be in your line of work.
blessed for outcasts.
Did we enslave your children? Whatever it was, I hope.
Prim formally sworn in as sheriff today.
Foot soldiers of the Legion are trained not to have to think for themselves. They kill themselves to evade capture because they are not trusted to make such a decision. But I'm no foot soldier. I knew I could escape captivity on my own without revealing the tiniest iota. I'll show you, gutless, you.
Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it.
Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to rough him up a little.
I'd like to
not
play
kill
one of
him.
my
Why don't
very
you step
favorite
outside
songs
a
for
minute?
you.
Let off some steam. Nice job.
Sleep, go to sleep. Just lay down your weary head. Dream, sweetly dream. Dream about tomorrow instead. Sleep, go to sleep. Whispering a lullaby too. Dream, sweetly dream. Swinging with the man in the moon. Why don't you
You're
go
mine.
and take it slow? And don't you know?
I think my friend doesn't like you, Sea-Loose. I don't know how much longer I can keep her under control.
You think this'll make me talk? A beating? This is the best you can do?
Not just any beating, Sea-Loose. A savage beating. A beating that you'll be reminded of every time you feel pain from now on. When my friend's done with you, you won't have any of your teeth left. You'll be drinking your food through a straw. Your ribs will never heal properly, and it will hurt every time you breathe. It'll be like your collars, Sea-Loose. Impossible to forget.
Go to hell.
Huh. Not the sort of wit I've come to expect from you, Sea-Loose.
You're getting nothing from me.
I'm getting entertainment. That's something. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna spill your guts to me? Or am I gonna let my friend the maniac back in here for some playtime? Sea-Loose. Silent treatment, huh? Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you. Oh, let me check out the weapons one more time. For your safety as well as his.
Melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the
Keep looking.
Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in a flurry of first will it ever exploit this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the boy.
To the town of our Frio rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around.
Enough, this is pointless. I'm dead to the Legion either way, I'll tell you what I know. But you should know that Caesar has always kept his own counsel. He never reveals anything that would make him vulnerable. My knowledge will not prevent the inevitable. This camp will be ash within months.
In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red.
Beat me all you like, but it won't make my information any more useful.
That many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24.
Something is wrong with Caesar. Something he is attempting to hide from his men. For 3 days we awaited his order to dispatch us. 3 days. He looks different now than he used to. His face is sunken. There is one other thing that may interest you. Every night, details of NCR troop movements are broadcast from a radio. The spy has been here a long time, since before the entire conflict began. If I knew who he was, I would tell you. If I escape and he's alive to report it, the Legion would hunt me down. But like I said, none of this information will change the outcome for you. Get away from me.
But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried for forward days.
Yeah!
Men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 was
That was fun to watch. I'd have you do it again, but I'd probably get in trouble. This'll do the NCR a lot of good. Here's the standard fee. Plus, I threw in the price of a good show on the strip.
It was 20 past 11
Yep, see you around.
walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held a breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Not cleared leather or a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks
Something I can do for you? Anders showed up here not too long ago. I'm told you're the one who got him out of the vault. Can't tell you how relieved I am. Sending...
Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big
I'd hoped he'd be able to slip past their security and be out before... But I underestimated the fiends. Regardless, what you did for Anders isn't something he or any of us around here take lightly.
when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week. Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a... So somebody's getting the word out. Unbelievable. That man has given us so much grief since we set up here. I can't tell you how many times we thought we'd taken him out, only to have him show up again later. This is for the bounty. And this is from a pool me and a lot of the soldiers around the base had going. Could be better. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could... If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profit. Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam at the same time. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers because he doesn't want to risk... So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river. Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first, but our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls, and we're holding Hoover Dam, but Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. Well, why not? Given you... I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party, it derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
Take me, make me forget my sorrow. So when I wake tomorrow, I'll know our love was right. Kiss me as though it were now or never. Teach me all that a heart should know. Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling, love me.
What is it?
Don't ever let me go.
One would be the ranger with
That
big
was
iron
fun.
on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger
Anders showed up here not too long.
about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas red
Captain.
is not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on
What is
his
it?
hip. Big
Smart man. I could use... Whoever our mole is, he's been slippery. Whenever one of the MPs gets too close, he changes his habit. You want my advice? Start by talking to people with a lot of eyes in the field. Careful with Contreras, though. Keep me apprised of any leads you get. This guy's gotten a lot of my men killed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some news. We're hearing rumors that Caesar may have been assassinated by an unknown party. It is currently not known how the assassin was able to evade security. Once again, Caesar dead. A shocking turn of events whose impact is anyone's guess at this point. Moving on. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lannius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate's
You're back.
over an underperforming
Now, what kind of MP? I've had soldiers go AWOL. Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. Colonel Shu sent him out. Yeah, the man I'm more interested in. White had a lot of promise. Wanted to be a ranger as bad as anyone I've seen. Word around the base is he'd been going regularly to visit a hooker named Dazzle at Gamora. His belongings are up in the barracks in the concourse building. First bunk on your left. I haven't had a chance to look through his things yet, so that... Maybe break-in isn't the right word. We didn't find signs of forced entry, but I've had reports of someone sneaking into the... It's probably just a meeting spot for a steamy military base lover. But it bothers me that they didn't break in. It means they have an access code. Sure, if you want to investigate. It's not like there's anything to steal up there. If you can find out any more, there's something about this I really don't like. Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be... I don't know him very well myself. Colonel Shu...
Wish I could have been there.
Did the Colonel send you? I know. I've been crying. It's stupid. My husband, he's a ranger and he... Brass won't say it to me straight, but they mean to leave Esteban out. Colonel says he can't spare the men to bring Esteban back home, and the fiend... Ma'am, I'd about given up hope. But you've got to be careful. Esteban's body is laid out between some of the buildings, east of the Repcon. There's an NCR position just north of there. Did you start looking for Esteban?
Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
We won't go quiet. Legion can count on that.
Listen, asshole, I know you're not really an NCR health inspector, and I want my 50 caps back. Because I looked it up, and there... So I paid you to look the other... Wait, you're not... Oh, wow, I'm sorry. That's nothing. You just look like the health inspector. I was hoping I wouldn't have to wait another 11 months to see his crooked ass to get... Oh yeah, you can order up anything you want. As long... Just kidding. Haven't you heard? With a few shipments from home and a little variety, you can only do so much as a chef with just... Well, we haven't had any quality meat in months. Everyone in the camp just eating... Some of my kitchen machinery is broken down too, so we've been eating most. And I'm desperate for spices or seasonings. Anything, just... It doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell meat. We've never really tried to go out and organize deals with merchants to supply our food. But we really need some good old red meat on the menu soon. So I'm with... Here's the list. We've been scrapping together quick fixes to keep it running for months. I think it's the goofy machine behind the counter in the corner next to the stove. I'd be much obliged if you... I don't know. Try the various traders around the waste. Or the pawn... Oh, I've heard of a place called House Tools you could check out. Just a word of warning, though. I hear no one who goes in there comes back out. The Crimson Caravan would probably be able to arrange a regular... Hell, we have a whole research department. One guy's even set up in the main terminal building.
Thanks for handling the fiends.
spurs that jingle,
I got
jangle,
spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go right merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad
And
to
that
jingle?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song ain't so
wrong.
very far from wrong.
Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why
You look
I
like
never
someone in need of a...
mind. I got spurs
Take
that
your pick.
jingle,
I got
jangle,
spurs that jingle,
as I
jangle,
go
jingle.
riding merrily
As I
along.
go right merrily
They
along.
sing, oh, ain't you glad
And
to
they sing,
jingle?
oh, ain't you glad
And
to
that
jingle?
song ain't so very far
And that
from
song
wrong.
ain't
Ain't
so
so very far from wrong.
Another satisfaction. So you're back. Are you implying I have some kind of secret under-the-table stash I only offer to certain clients? Now you're talking my language. I do have an expand... If you're willing to do a little legwork for me, I could give you access to my stash and at a discount. Many of these items aren't available in the NCR, and you'll be hard...
Wondering if you've come to the right place.
Well, I can't exactly go wandering off the base whenever I want. I can hear the MPs now. Gee, Contreras, I didn't know you had so many... You're just passing a little note to a man named Isaac for me. I want to know which girl he likes. Great, let me know what he says. They're almost a straight shot north from here.
Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
Also in the headlines, witnesses report a huge object or creature surfacing in Lake Mead. So far, photos of the so-called Lake Mead monster are grainy and underexposed. Those are our stories for this hour. This is Mr. New Vegas signing off. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. Ah, silver spoon, he melts my foolish heart every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. a diversity of misery and joy. I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because
Lupa, this is Frumentarius Picus. Over.
Go ahead.
What are you doing here? You don't have clearance.
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 13. What are you doing?
Go ahead, Picus.
Afternoon patrol enters Fiend territory at 1300. Have them mind that stretch.
10-4, Picus. Fiends will be alerted.
Roger, Lupa.
What's the status of your primary mission, Picus?
Charges are set. Detonation will occur as the train leaves the station. Over.
How long?
Couple of minutes. Over.
10-4. Keep us updated.
10-4. What are you doing here? You don't have clearance. I can't let you... Over here!
Hotel owner Benny has been killed by an unidentified assailant. His former right-hand man, Swank, consoled mourners.
If I know my pal Benny, he's swinging with the big cat upstairs as we speak. Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
In other news, NCR officials at Camp McCarran were relieved when technical difficulties with its monorail line to the New Vegas Strip proved easy to fix. One anonymous official told us a serious mechanical failure would have been a disaster because of the age of the train and the scarcity of the replacement parts. And that's the news. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Take me out of this world tonight. Take me.
I'll sit tight.
Make me forget my sorrow. So when I wake tomorrow, I'll know
the train is about to depart.
Kiss me as though teach me all as though there were no tomorrow.
I'll sit tight.
Take me out of this world tonight. Take me.
I've got your back.
Make me forget my sorrow.
I'll sit.
So when I wake tomorrow,
The train is about to depart.
Kiss me as though teach me all that a heart as though there were no tomorrow. Take me out of this world tonight. Take me, make me forget my
What do you need?
sorrow.
Bye.
So when I wake tomorrow, I'll know our love was right.
What do you need? Bye.
Kiss me as though it were now or never. Teach me all that a heart should know.
What do you need?
Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling, love me.
You're back.
Don't ever let me go.
Yep.
It's been a long tour. All I...
Yes? What is it? No? What happened? Curtis? He's been in the NCR long before our conflict with the Legion. There's just no way. I hope you're mistaken, but somehow I don't think so. It'd explain a lot. This is much worse. You've done everything that was asked of you. You have my personal thanks for this.
All I can think about now is going back home.
Retribution.
To be just everything to be my own true love. If this is our dream, let me keep on dreaming.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Until the moment we met, I had no one to cling to.
Still making a nuisance of yourself?
Just
Pleasure doing business with you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Christina hired you, huh? Well, if you're gonna... Esteban's body's in the middle of those buildings at the hill there. But they laid traps, too. There's mines all over. Least we can do.
All mine. Can't run from me.
You're listening to Radio New Vegas, your little jukebox in the Mojave Wasteland. I am Mr. New Vegas, and I'm here for you. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. Moving on. Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Hey.
Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in a boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wet. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick.
Oh my God, are you okay? You've got to get to a medic. How could you sacrifice your body like that? That must be some kind of code of honor you hold yourself to. We'll make sure Ranger Morales' body gets sent back home. Even though I believe you would if you had to. You should go tell Private
When an irresistible force such as you meets an old immovable object like me, you can bet just as sure as you live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Fucking expensive to get into the strip these days.
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. The Blue Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say that new... Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. All the latest news coming your way right now. We're hearing rumors that Caesar may have been assassinated by an unknown party. It is currently not known how the assassin was able to evade security. Once again, Caesar dead. A shocking turn of events whose impact is anyone's guess at this point. One more story for you.
Did you start looking for Esteban? They put him in a box? With a flag and all? You're too good for this rotten town. First kind thing anybody ever did for me in Esteban. You ever need anything, all you need to do is ask.
This is Mr. New Vegas signing off.
Feels better knowing that Esteban's
I'm
not
not
been
going anywhere.
released.
My love for you is
He's
too
still back,
strong.
you know?
Gonna play a song for you right now. And it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart
I wish I had a first recon guy look.
of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for.
Welcome back.
And there suddenly appeared before
I'm Ruby Nash. My husband and I are prim long-timers.
I heard somebody
My specialty is a rad scorp. The venom has a sharp, smoky flavor, and it numbs your mouth so it's perfectly safe, long as you don't have sores in your mouth for the venom to find your blood.
without a dream in my heart,
Does sound good, don't it?
without a love.
Guess you'll be needing to find some, huh? Thanks to you, Prim's on.
I'll keep an eye out for wildlife.
The only one my arms will ever hold.
Hey there.
I heard somebody whisper, please adore me.
Won't be a problem. We have plenty of spice traders working with us back home, and we could get meat from the local Brahmin rancher. The bigger issue is payment. To supply the camp with meat will cost some...
Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Well, the Fargo traders have been trying to edge us out on the new armor contract for the troops. All right, let McCarran know they should expect the first...
Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here.
Hey there.
You're all so great, and we're gonna keep you listening all day. Here are our top stories. Witnesses report a huge object or creature surfacing in Lake Mead. So far, photos of the so-called Lake Mead monster are grainy and underexposed. Also in the headlines, a Legion slaver party was wiped out in a failed raid of the Bitter Springs refugee camp, with 2 armed civilians inflicting heavy Legion casualties. One witness said, quote, God sent us 2 angels, and at least one had him a .308 caliber flaming sword of justice with a telescopic sight. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination.
Hi there. You might have.
Your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
And now,
Download complete. Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientist, I am glad that EDE has reached you. Please handle this information with the utmost care, as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe. There are also several data banks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy, and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never
So, you're back.
As I go right merrily along, they sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Anything new?
Here to do business? Pleasure doing business. Here to do business?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Refugees.
Another satisfied customer.
Startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. In other news, we're hearing rumors that Caesar may have been assassinated by an unknown party. It is currently not known how the assassin
Thanks.
was able to evade security. Once again, Caesar dead. A shocking turn of events whose impact is anyone's guess at this point. And that's the news. Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man. And his name is Johnny Guitar.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay?
Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look. Welcome back. Sure thing. Have a look.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. I've got news for you. Tensions are brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings
Hey there,
and
youngster.
a large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise.
You do.
He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto, gang known as the Kings, and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devil in disguise. He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto, and called for a mass...
You looking to buy some supply?
According to a new report, violent crime is on a sharp decline in New Vegas. The report credits the decline of the population of fiends in the area. In possibly related news, local chem dealers report an overall decrease in their standard of living. Mojave, Mo problems. Am I right? In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got heartaches by the number.
If you're looking for guns,
listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected.
Whoa, careful!
Also, a package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush of a warm laser in your hand. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Although I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the
And we're back. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I feel something magic in the air tonight, and I'm not just talking about the gamma radiation. It's just about time to get you some news. Scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. Also, NCR Rangers are being pulled off the front line as part of a campaign to secure existing NCR territory, according to anonymous sources. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning,
It's too damn hot.
my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread be wet. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
How about some Howdy, looking for child? You managed to swing us a discount and cover the majority of the meat supply we need. Good work. Amazing. I thought that thing was done for. I'll give you a little extra discount the next time you buy food from me. What do you need to know? The Crimson Caravan. Hell, we have a whole research department. It doesn't need to all come from the same source. There are a bunch of different vendors around who sell meat. We've never really tried to go out and organize deals with merchants but we really need some good old red...
You ought to think about enlisting. We need you here.
Hey there, youngster.
Howdy. Welcome back.
To the town of our Priya rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town.
It seems that the territory...
He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more. 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town.
Wish I could have been there to see.
Taken outlaw, back alive, or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Move along.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. This just in.
Hey there, friend. A bit my
Has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a
Hey, no.
you can count on.
You'll get.
Also in the headlines, patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so does Guy Mitchell. He's got heartaches by the number.
Hey, no one but Omertas are allowed to carry.
In the headlines, patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. In New Vegas, we know the pain
Hey, no.
Also in the headlines, patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list.
The Legion better watch out
Those who
now.
claim to have
Our
dined at
Rangers
the
are going
restaurant
to turn
find
the
the food
tables
appealing, but say many tables remain empty. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret.
Well, what do we have here, huh? Let me guess. You've heard about... So you followed the call of your desires, all the way to the arms of Joanna. Oh, confident. So, what do you want to do with what you've got? Oh my, aren't you something else? I guess you'll have to consider it on the house, honey. I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
Hi, honey. I'm Dazzle. What can I do for you? Yeah, he used to come around here a lot. He used to go on and on about water and the farms east of the Strip. He was talking to one of the farmers named Bascom. Boring as hell, but it was his money and his time.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
Howdy. Something. Yes. He said he was looking into the water shortage, but White was talking to me about computer stuff and water delivery schedules through the pub. The last person I saw him talking to was Lieutenant Romanowski. Romanowski's a... Howdy. Something else? Sure do. Came from the hub on account of the Thaler Act. Bad soil and rationed water. It's to be expected around. Pretty hard to meet their crop quotas with 20% less water than was supposed to be given. Everything I can. Farmers out here don't have... They're part of the deal, the Thaler Act. We work the... A lot of folks come to New Vegas and lose everything in free side of the... Much as I sympathize, their theft would put me in a bad...
A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. One more story for you. According to a new report, violent crime is on a...
I'm not a recruitment officer. You want to join the Army? I'm sure someone at McCarran...
Decline of the population of fiends in the area.
The Office of Science and Industry has carefully calculated the amount of water needed for these... Besides, most of these crops look fine to me. If there really is a problem, they can take it up with Lieutenant Boyd. Impressive, aren't they? You don't see anything? We get the water, clean water, pumped in from Lake Mead. Corporal White is currently solving the mystery of the Great Water Shortage. Tried to convince... He went over to West Side to talk to Tom Anderson. Anderson's a follower of the... Haven't seen him. Serves him right. He's a glory hound, always looking for a way to get promoted to Ranger.
Meets an old immovable object like me. You can bet.
Someone finally put down that sick motor runner son of a bitch. Good riddance.
Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Tom Anderson, can I help you? No one by that name has come here, I'm afraid. You must have heard wrong. You can ask around if you like. Take care.
Such as mine. Don't say no, 'cause I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Oh, hello. Corporal White? I don't know where you... I mean... I...
Sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Oh, hello. I didn't want to get Mr. Anderson in trouble. He says the West Side needs... Corporal White caught me taking the water and made me tell on Mr. Anderson. I think something bad happened. Bye.
Hello? Hi, are you there? Oh, right. You can't... I picked up some unusual chatter regarding your robot. This is Lorenzo, a knight with the Brotherhood of... Could you bring your robot to one of our patrols so they can examine it?
One refugee told us the Legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The Legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was a pain. Stay classy, New Vegas. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination.
Good to see you again. I suppose there's no point denying it any longer. I killed Corporal. We don't have money to pay for the water, so I rigged a pump station to dive. I'll surrender on one condition. You protect West Side Secret. I'll say that White and I had a falling out over a woman. Then you leave me no choice.
Hey! I know where to hit.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. They sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle, and that song ain't so very far from wrong.
I hear a troublesome Legion camp.
You're back. Don't tell me. Anderson. I've heard of him, if it's the same guy. Water nerd. I don't know what to think about the followers. The things they do. Hard. I'll have to send some people out there to make sure we don't lose any more water. But you, I owe you for this. You saved me a lot of work. And I'm sure Corporal White's family will... The MPs keep a bunch of junk around that's confiscated off of people who decide to screw... I haven't really sorted through it, but go ahead and see if there's any... We keep it in a trunk across the hall, but...
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you. More news for you. NCR Rangers are being pulled off the front line as part of a campaign to secure existing NCR territory, according to anonymous sources. In addition, refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered 8/10 of his own force be killed by the other 9/10. And you thought your boss was failed. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you lady-like luck tonight. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sun shining up to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
it's over. All mine.
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you. Here are our stories. Prim, formally sworn in as sheriff today, RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
People of Prim, the NCR wishes to inform you that you are under their jurisdiction now. And from now on, you're gonna be living by our rules.
Also in the headlines, the Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. Those were our top stories. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
All mine.
Oh, I got spurs that jingle, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Riding merrily as I go riding merrily along. Oh, ain't you glad? And they sing, oh, ain't you glad? And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell. Oh, this is why I never fly. I got spurs that jingle, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sun shining up to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
All mine.
Ain't that a kick?
Can't run from me.
My life is gonna be
keep you listening all day. Well, you know what that means, folks. Time for some news. The Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. In other news, a package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. This program was brought to you by Gamora. Gamora. It'll be our secret. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, just what I was for. You heard me say a prayer somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I saw the moon, it turned to gold. Now I'm no longer alone, without
You're
a
mine.
dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
You're mine. Can't run from me.
Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. And now the news. Scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. In addition, Top's hotel owner Benny has been killed by an unidentified assailant. His former right-hand man, Swank, consoled mourners.
If I know my pal Benny, he's swinging with the big cat upstairs as we speak. Or he's chasing some angel broad with cans as big as our halo.
That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas saying, I'm just no good without you. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
You're mine. Can't run from me. You're mine.
I know it's stupid to be mad.
Took your sweet time.
I'm so ashamed of it, but must.
Ah, she's such a dear. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. Good. Meet me on the second level, and
Silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of sad about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't stare. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of her
good, you're here. Ready to begin. Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are... I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the... The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Good.
Frag out!
Play it again. Play the guitar.
Frag out!
Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar.
Ah, good. You survived. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here.
What if you stay?
Indeed. This should only take a minute. Just a few more moments and... That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? It's possible. I've spent the last few days in a cave, after all. For all we know, that man sent someone immediately after you to swipe the data while you posed as Mantis bait. Nothing to be done about it, I suppose. All we can do is delete what's here, and that's done. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she...
Like the one they call Johnny Guitar.
Ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. I've got news for you. The Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. In other news, we're hearing rumors that Caesar may have been assassinated by an unknown party. It is currently not known how the assassin was able to evade security. Once again, Caesar dead. A shocking turn of events whose impact is anyone's guess at this point. You know, I think all news, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, this next song...
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But, she wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the caps I promised. Thanks again.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you. Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. I don't see how that's relevant. The dangers of the vault were your business, not mine. The only question is whether the data is still intact. I think Williams' decryption algorithm... Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum... Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, they're entire... We aren't some motley band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
Wish I had.
Howdy, looking for Chop? No shit. The stuff actually does all that, huh? I'll have to start testing this out immediately.
Fine.
I go riding merrily along. They sing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Welcome, Sir Orm.
Oh, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. Riding merrily as I go riding merrily along. Oh, ain't you glad and they sing, oh, ain't you glad and that song ain't so very far from wrong. Far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never I got spurs that jingle, jangle, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily as I go riding merrily along. Oh, ain't you glad and they sing, oh, ain't you glad and that song ain't so very far and from wrong. Ain't so very far from wrong.
Been doing a lot of good work.
Whoa, whoa, careful!